Hello everyone, welcome to Systematics, Symphony of a Species, a YouTube channel dedicated to taxonomy and systematics. My name is Kaveh. I'm graduated in the field of biosystematics from University of Tehran, Iran in 2016. I studied taxonomy and phylogeny of freshwater leeches in order Hirudinida with focus on genus Hirodo. One of the most famous examples in this genus is going to be Hirudo medicinalis, or the worldwide known medicinal leeches. So in this channel, we're going to talk about taxonomy and systematics in animal kingdom, or metazoa. So we do not cover the details and technical aspects of taxonomy and systematics in other groups of organisms like plants, bacteria. So here our focus is animal kingdom in this channel. In the coming videos in future, we first start from the building blocks of concepts and definitions. And one of the most important ones is going to be species. There are several definitions and explanations of what a species is. And these concepts and these definitions have their own core ideas and history. So we try to cover as much as possible and compare these concepts, understand their applications, their limitations, the challenges and opportunities each definition brings. And we try to have a comparative approach when we talk about various species concepts. Talking about the building blocks in taxonomy in terms of concepts and theory, after a species, and the species concept is going to be the definition of a natural population. What are natural populations? What key attributes contribute to defining a natural population? So this is another important aspect that we talk in future videos about populations, the structures of populations, basically theoretical aspects of key features of natural populations. As we move on forward, we talk about other building blocks of theory and principles. What is taxonomy? What is systematics? What are the differences of these two actually main vocabularies? How do we set a difference? Are they categories and subcategories? Are they really different? Are they covering different aspects in terms of practice in taxonomy and systematics? So we talk about more in details what each of these definitions mean and how different and similar they are, plus other concepts as well, which is necessary to know before we dive deep into principles and practices in taxonomy and systematics. As we move on in the future, one of the most important resources in taxonomy and systematics, as it's very obvious to mention, is going to be a species. And one of the key points here is understanding the definition of type species. Most probably in taxonomy papers, you have heard of holotype, syntype, paratype. And these are all referring to specific concepts when we talk about the species and the samples that are stored in museums. And the reference museums, which are mostly located in academia or in big natural history museum or governmental institutions associated with taxonomy and systematics, they store one of the most important and precious assets in taxonomy and systematics, which are the specimens, and they are used for comparison, for naming, for understanding the natural history, and many, many more, which we cover in future videos. The importance and the value of type specimens and various concepts and definition associated with type species and the reference museum. The other thing is, like, after we covered these basic concepts in the future videos, we talk about the principles in taxonomy and systematics and the practice in this field. So here are just a very brief and rough overview of what we will talk about in future. Hierarchy of classifications, binomial nomenclature, homology, monophily, morphological and genetic characteristics, phylogenetic systematics, priority principle, and also we talk about ICZN or International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. As we move on, it's very a good idea and a good practice to understand these terms more in detail. And that's why I have brought here some main references in taxonomy and systematics. However, it doesn't mean that these are the only good and valuable references and the others are not. So it's just hand-picked books and references, which is important to know when we're going to study taxonomy and systematics in animal kingdom. The name of the books are Biological Systematics, as you see on top left. And as we move on to the right, Methods and Principles of Systematics Zoology. After that, Population, Species, and Evolution by Ernest Mayr. Species. This is biology, the science of the living world, which is an important theoretical and conceptual textbook about biology in general. Principles and techniques of contemporary taxonomy, species, problems and beyond, the economy of nature, and what, if anything, are species. Of course, there are many more that I don't know, and there are many valuable resources out there. So here is just some uh, handpicked ones just to go through the details and understand the basic concepts and ideas in taxonomy and systematics. And I would be happy if you know more detail or up-to-date references in this field. You can add it in comments, and I really appreciate it. So after all, please stay tuned and subscribe to our channel if you're interested. And I really appreciate your contribution and your time to pay attention to the contents, and also update me in the comments if there is any update coming up on the idea that we are talking about and the concepts we actually introduce in this channel. Really appreciate it, and see you soon in the future videos. Thank you.